Nerd reactor. Roll off.
Yeah, we're ready.
Are you ready? Are you ready, Mike?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this all in the podcast. You're welcome.
You should be Clark.
Kate should do it in the background. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
This is not a visual podcast.
You gotta do the head tilt. You're welcome. Anyway, welcome everybody to episode 3 of That Nerd Life podcast. I'm your host, Arvin Santiago, and not joining me today is Robert Galvin because it's 11 p.m. and he's sleeping.
He's a little pansy. That's why.
His wife tucked him in early.
So am I replacing him since I've been on 2 episodes more than he has?
Yeah.
You're tied up.
You're tied. And for those listening, you might recognize that voice from 24-Hour Fitness. Joining us once again is Mike Villarreal from the Mike and John Show, and of course also John Nguyen, the patriarch of Nerd Reactor.
How dare you use that word?
Patriarch. It's my big word of the day.
Yeah. We're happy to be back.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be back. It was. I had such fun the first time. I had to come back, and I had to bring a friend.
Wow. Is that sarcasm?
Is it because John was complaining all week?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like why doesn't Arvin want me there? I was
No, but John was on the last podcast when he called me.
I called just to say, hey, you guys still doing the podcast? And it's like, yeah. All right. You want me there? It's like, no. All right. I'll head home.
It's already over.
But what were you doing, John, that day that you couldn't join us?
Oh, I was at the Magic Castle for the Now You See Me 2 event, and we were there to interview John M. Chu and magician consultant Keith Berry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like if you ever been to Magic Castle, it's like invite only, so you got to be special.
Yeah. John Chu, huh?
Yeah, John Chu was special.
I hate that guy.
Yeah. The guy who successfully adapted Gem
and the Holograms. Yeah,
great movie.
Cinema.
He's
a tour de force.
John, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw Now You See Me Too. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like the best magic movie out there. Like my favorite still
Magic Mike.
Not Magic Mike. The Prestige.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So, but it's for what it is. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could say we did a little magic show of our own tonight. Just kidding.
Is that your segue?
Yeah,
that was your segue.
That was a
I was thinking. I was like, what?
Yeah. Anyway, tonight, because we're recording this podcast so late, is because we just did an escape room. What was it called?
It was called the Starlit Scarlet, or is it the Scarlet Starlet?
I think it was Scarlet Starlet. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even know it had a title.
It does.
I just what was the place called?
Puzzle Workshop.
I'm out of it.
It's Puzzle Workshop. It's in Irvine.
Well, you know what, Mike? You're welcome.
Yeah, we went to the Puzzle Workshop.
We're taking over this podcast.
So Arvin's the guest. Me and John are going to host. So John.
It's because I don't have Robert here with me today because he's asleep.
He had better things to do.
Yeah.
He was asleep and fat.
Yeah.
But yeah,
not in that order.
All right. Escape rooms. Let's talk about it.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty of escape rooms. Anyway. Fuck, I don't know where I'm going with this now.
Okay, I'm out of here.
I don't know where to start with escape rooms.
Anyway,
There's so many points to go.
John, why don't you tell us about this escape room we did tonight?
The escape room we did tonight, it's a little theme of the missing starlet, and her name is Ruby. Mm-hmm. So we have an hour to find out where she's at. before I don't know what's going to happen to her. Is the kidnapper going to kill her? But yeah, so we're just locked in the room, and we're in her room. So we got to find out where the kidnapper is.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cute, the room. It's got like mirrors. It's got a dresser.
I would say it's one of the brightest rooms we've ever walked into.
Yeah, it's pretty bright.
It's one of those rooms that if John was at IKEA, you would take a moment and just like lay down and this is nice. This is nice.
Yeah.
Actually, I did see John sitting down, testing out one of the plastic chairs.
He's all swiveling around in the chair.
He's like, "Is this chair for purchase?"
Where'd you guys get this? Is this IKEA?
Now, walking into the room, what did you immediately expect out of it?
Since
Like
we've done a lot of escape rooms, so I don't know how to say it, but it felt smaller. That's my initial impression, but later on I was surprised, and I wasn't really wowed by it just because the stuff we've done, it's like horror stuff, Putin, like secret offices. So this one's just a star and her room, so it's just kind of glitzy, kind of glamorous, but I can still kind of dig it. I can still have fun with it as long as like we're solving clues.
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the things that Puzzle Workshops does better than anybody else is that they make sure that the puzzles are self-contained. They have nothing to do with anything else, and it's easy to see, like, okay, this has to do with this. Like, a lot of the times when we go to like escape rooms, there's always like, this might have something to do with this later on.
Yeah, you tend to grab items that don't do anything.
But the problem is that they set it up in a way where certain items do connect together, and then some of them don't. And it's like, why even?
And that's a problem because when you're doing that, you're thinking way ahead. You're thinking outside the box, so out there that nobody ever were thinking about it. But it's just all right here.
Yeah, I kind of had a folly tonight with
Word.
something like that.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, when I was using the binoculars, and I didn't need to.
Yeah.
I just looked like an idiot.
Yeah.
Wait, even better. Somebody looked through the peephole and he didn't have his fucking glasses on. How was he able to see it?
But John's done that several times in escape rooms.
Yeah, but this one requires farsight, and I'm nearsighted. So
he's like, I don't see anything.
We should get you a monocle for the next one. So when you need to use it, you just pull it out.
Yeah. So it's probably best for that clue for the person to have, like 20/20 or something close to that.
Good vision.
To do that.
Yeah.
He looked in there. That's nothing.
I see nothing. All right, move along.
But walking into that room, like, out of all the ones we've ever done before,
Yeah.
and you see how elaborate the setup is, like, walking into that, I kind of realized it might be easy.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Yeah.
there just wasn't so much going on
Yeah.
immediately in that room.
Yeah, like I thought for sure, like, we don't want to give too much away, but I thought it was like we were going to be out of there in like less than 20 minutes.
No way.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, I was like, we're kind of blowing through these
Yeah.
puzzles, and then something happened, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is
Yeah.
gonna
When that thing
continue.
happened, it was like, wow, that was really impressive.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like I mean, I've talked to John, and I like the special effects. I love that stuff because you don't know
Yeah,
what
the
to
tech
expect.
inside the room.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't see it. Like we did Putin over in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
And you could tell there's special effects. I mean, it's hard not to notice the little mechanical boxes underneath them.
Yeah.
And you could expect it, but sometimes when you don't expect it, and you're like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, like. not
But
to
now
give anything
people
away,
are going to expect it now. Now they're listening to this.
But when Mike was doing that one thing against the one thing,
Yeah.
and then one thing happened, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause by looking at it first, we all thought that was our one contained room,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
well, it led us into another room, which kind of
Thanks.
Thanks for spoiling it,
Yeah.
Arvin. Shit. So we're taking over this podcast now.
But I liked it. I mean, there was a point where me and John were having trouble with a certain puzzle. But thanks to Mark and his fresh eyes, you're welcome. It helped out tremendously.
Yeah.
So
He did it in One take.
One take.
One
And
take.
how many times did it take us?
A lot. Like
Yeah, a lot.
we were just rotating it left and right.
And we kept repeating ourselves.
Yeah, and so we went back and forth. Maybe this would work again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's the definition of insanity.
But so it's good to always have a big, good amount of people inside.
Yeah,
of the
that's
escape
fresh
room.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would
like
help.
when we started in the room, I didn't really do much like other than just kind of like say like something like I remember like the first thing I noticed was the pictures, and then I said something. And then I said something to Arvin because I was like, oh, you know, the things. And he's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, okay. Like, and then I was like, I'm not going to help him because he's already doing it. And then he had Mark there as well. So it's like, I didn't want to add to the confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you really can't do anything besides just kind of step back and just
But
kind of.
did you see how fast Arvin wanted to wear those things?
He's
He was all for it.
yeah. If you're a raver, yeah, it's this is your jam. This is definitely your jam.
I'm pretty sure I saw him put one on his ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you get that pacifier?
Oh,
But yeah, in the first one, I felt like I wasn't doing too much. I mean, I
Yeah.
unlocked some boxes and stuff like that.
We did a puzzle.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
for
No.
that
Yeah.
one.
I thought it was going to be the whole length of it. And it was just like a small part. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so we started adjusting it like, oh, this is gonna probably in this corner, and then it's like a tiny postcard. Like, okay.
Yeah. I feel like just like you guys. Like at first, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing yet because I haven't discovered anything. So I was just sitting on the chair and just swiveling around.
But I think that was the first time I walked into an escape room where I already knew what to do.
Yeah.
Because usually the ones we walk into, you're kind of lost for a second because you don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Because there's so much like shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what to grab or what.
Yeah,
what
like
things
especially with like, you know, there's so many different escape rooms, and then some people they add too much like atmosphere. Like, what was it? I think it was Basement LA or Escape LA or whatever, Escape Room LA or one of the ones in the LA.
Which one was it?
It was the detective one.
The detective one's Escape Room LA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hated that one because it's like there's so many unnecessary items.
Yeah.
So you have a bunch of items in a room. It's adding to the aesthetic and the appearance and the illusion that you're in this setting,
Yeah.
but it has nothing to do with any of the puzzles. So you're like, what's part of the puzzle? What's not? And then you're like,
Yeah.
I went through like all the books.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like
Yeah, it was
like
definitely that
detective.
detective is definitely one of my least favorite escape rooms.
Yeah.
Like in terms of it actually being an escape room.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't like that one is because there's too many people.
Yeah, and it's like what he had 12.
12,
It's like there's
yeah.
no reason to have 12.
So it's like you don't even know what to do because there's so much stuff going
Yeah.
on. You don't know who's already solved what. And then
Yeah.
you just try to be like helpful. So you're like, yeah, I'm going to look at this bookshelf that has nothing to do with
Yeah.
what's
And then
going on.
I remember there was like a bunch of files with all these different like documents, and it's like you only needed to like think one, and then everything else was just aesthetic.
depends
It was
on the files you're looking at because
Yeah.
some of the files were actually pretty important, like the one that has the different people, like the different crooks.
Mhm.
So those were pretty important.
yeah, but then like there was a bunch that had nothing to do with the puzzle, so it's like it got really convoluted, and you're like, what's done, what's not, what are you working on, what am I trying to figure out? But yeah, that's
Now, for this place, they have two escape rooms.
Mm-hmm.
The Illuminati,
Mhm.
which we've done before, and then this one. Out of the two, what would you say is your favorite?
I like this one better. Just the surprise was really cool, and some of the puzzles. Of course, there could be like more to it because for this one, the success rate is 50%, so it's easier than Illuminati.
Yeah.
So Illuminati, might like it better just because it's a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the setup for this one.
Yeah.
yeah, because we beat the Illuminati down to the wire,
Yeah.
and that was like unfortunately we got a
I think we got
got a
out in
bump.
52 minutes.
yeah, but we
Or
got a bump.
62, I meant.
Didn't we get a bump for time though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Which
yeah,
helped.
yeah, but I mean, but we were like on the edge, and like I just remember looking at the stuff, and I was like, let's go here, and then it worked, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was down to the wire. We had like maybe like what 4, 5, 6 minutes left or something, and that was intense. I just remember
Yeah.
being like super
We
excited.
had like 4 minutes left, and then we still had like 2 more puzzles to go.
Yeah. See that one, the Illuminati. The first part was really cool for me. The second part, it was like very. It's just like the design. Some of the
Yeah.
designs, I was like,
It didn't really
could
make
be-
sense.
It could be better.
Yeah, like I mean, same thing we were talking about on the way over here, like this whole thing about the Scarlet, and it's like, okay, well, we're in the room. What's the main like idea? Like, are we supposed to just get out, or are we supposed to find her? Because I mean, by the time we escaped, but we don't know where Ruby is.
Yeah.
So we never.
We never find her, or
Yeah.
it's
She's
like
probably dead.
at least we're alive.
Yeah, at least we got out. But we didn't save the actress.
So yeah, it's just pretty much us saving ourselves.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
How selfish! Come on, guys.
What about the? Should we talk about the special thing that happened that shocked us? Or
No.
no?
Yeah, we
keep
don't
that
wanna-
a secret.
Yeah, we don't wanna
Okay,
spoil it.
Because that was
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've ever seen that.
But I'll just say the second part is my favorite part of that. Is the Scarlet Escape Room.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think with that and the Illuminati, like the first room, the puzzles are pretty simple, and it kind of gets you going. And then when you start kind of getting to the second part, it just destroys you because you're like, these puzzles are a little bit harder, and now my mojo's gone. It's like now
We were there though. That one
Yeah.
puzzle where we're working on,
Yeah.
we're on the right track. It's that last part.
You're welcome.
Well, thanks, Mark. Yeah, Mark solved it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But how about you, Mike? Illuminati or this one?
I like the Illuminati better because of the experience we had. Like we was down to the wire, and I remember we were like arguing over the map. Like we're like, where does it go? Like where does this go? And this.
That was- that was
like
pretty
no.
tough.
So it's
Yeah.
it's this. You have a bishop or something, and this thing, and then it's like two something, and you're like, it's just like it was just so hard to think of like why like certain members of the Illuminati could not be near each other or would never be near each other and stuff, and it was really hard to put it all together. And then once you did, it was like, oh, like it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I like the Illuminati one, but I mean, I wouldn't say. Hopefully Brian doesn't hear this. I wouldn't say Puzzle Workshop is my favorite as far as like the ones we've done.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's still good though. It's
Yeah.
not bad. I would never say like it's not worth your time and it's not something that's fun to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not my favorite. What you call escape rooms.
What's your favorite?
I think still Hex is my favorite.
Hex.
Hex.
Yeah.
Wait till you try Escape Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we've done how many would you say? John, you've done like what, 15?
Yeah,
12,
around 12.
more than
or-
10, we could say.
Yeah, more than 10.
More
More
than
than 10
10,
escape rooms.
Less than 15?
Probably less than 15, yeah.
Mike?
I'm gonna say maybe 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done probably, I would say, almost 10.
Mm-hmm.
So as a whole, we've probably done almost 20.
We've done a lot.
It's addictive.
Yeah.
I'd say it's like,
The reason why these things are, it's like I'm a gamer and we're all gamers here.
Yeah.
And escape room is like the ultimate video game. It's live action and we're like the actual players. We're playing, we're helping each other. It's like co-op, couch co-op,
Yeah.
but we're standing and moving around. And we actually feel like we're there, like we're experiencing, we're immersed in that universe.
yeah.
And let's say if it's a horror escape room, it's the best experience because what's the closest thing to like a live action, like us being there, horror experience? For people, regular people that's never tried this stuff, it would be like the
Knott's-
Haunted Mazes,
yeah,
Knott's Berry Farm,
Knott's Berry
Universal
Farm,
Studios. And after doing escape rooms, you can never go back to those. Those are just weak sauce.
Yeah. And I mean,
Yeah.
and this mazes like at Knott's Scary Farm and stuff like that. It's one path, so it's like
Yeah.
you're not really involved. You just get scared. That's pretty much
And
it.
one path, and plus a whole bunch of people are in front of you and behind you, so it's like a factory. Like
Yeah.
so the monster would come out, scare one person, go back in, try to scare another person, but you're just walking, you're going through the motions, like, oh, you know. It's just-
Yeah, it's always the same, and you can tell when somebody's going to jump out, and it's not, it's not engaging at all. You're just
Yeah.
walking down the line, nothing really happens.
Yeah, and another thing is like when you do that, like they have the music just pumping out so loud, so there's like no that pause of just creepiness. And that's what escape rooms they allow you to experience. Like it's quiet. So what's going to happen beyond that one area?
Mm-hmm. I think the cool thing about escape rooms, why we like to do is like you said, because we're gamers, and growing up playing like RPGs, there's always that puzzle aspect when you need to solve something to move on. And so finally being a part of that and getting your hands on it, that's what really makes escape rooms cool. But also it's like if you think you're smart, like do an escape room, because that will really test your logical thinking.
Because you have to work
you
together. You guys have to work together, because if not, it's just not going to work. Because we've had groups where we've had like one member who tries to overtake the group and like kind of really assert themselves as like the main person, and even to the point where they're getting hints and like spoilers for upcoming rooms, and it completely kills everything, because you're not working together, you're not talking to each other, you're being led by somebody who already has information, and it sucks. It's not a fun experience.
I think that's a unique case. I don't think it's going to happen to a lot of groups out there.
But I'm just saying, like,
that's a unique person.
But then like let's say like, would you do an escape room again?
Like Hex Room, I would do that again as a different character.
But not every escape room has that like kind of like
that.
I would do it again if we were covering it again, and then just to cover again. And I was like, oh, what's this? What's going on? I wouldn't say anything. I would just pretend like, oh, I found something, guys.
But then like, you couldn't do like the Illuminati or the the Scarlet Room again, because then you're not even contributing, because you already know. So it's like,
it's just like, but sometimes it can be fun again. It's like playing a video game again. Like, I remember this puzzle, but I've never really done it before.
But the cool thing is there's some escape rooms that we've done that have told us that they're redoing their puzzles to make it harder and make it a little bit different. So people like us who've done it already could always go back and do it some more. But it kind of sucks when you don't escape from a room, but you want to do it again. Because like it crushed you. So you're like, I want to do it and make sure I get out. But then since you already solved like 90% of the puzzles, it's not really fair.
Like, I mean, since we're press, we get to see a little bit more than your average Joe would. So like Hex Room, we didn't get out, but we got to see where it went further.
Where we were supposed to go,
and we were like, oh, that would have been badass, you know, like, and then we're just like, fuck, we wish we'd gotten further, to see the next.
But I like it when
stage.
they pump up our egos and they're like, oh yeah, 10 more minutes, you guys would have gotten out.
Yeah, you were so close.
And then you go into the next one, you're like, yeah, we would need like 30 more minutes just to figure that out.
Whatever we did, it wasn't going to work because we are too stubborn.
It's like, unless we just ran through that door, we wouldn't have gotten out in 10 more minutes.
But like, I like the team aspect, because we're all working together. Everybody's got like different ideas, and everybody's like, so like, say for instance, the Starlet, I mentioned the thing to Narvin, but then I just mentioned it. Doesn't mean I'm like putting it together. He's the one that's putting it together. And I could see it on his hands, and I'm looking at him like, I don't understand it. But it wasn't until he was like, oh, I got to do this, and then he could see what it was.
But his history of Electric Daisy Carnival, he knew how to arrange his bracelets.
That helped him. So each person brings something to the table.
He was like, wait, I know what I'm doing. I have experience in this.
It's like, hold on. He dropped a couple tabs.
There's one thing that I did like in the second part of the Scarlet one. It involves like a personal touch, and that one was really cool.
Which one?
The one involving Kate.
Oh yeah.
But we're not going to talk about it because it was a cool thing.
It's too cool.
For those listeners who go try it out, we want them to be surprised like we were.
And that's the cool thing about them, is like they all have their own little quirks, and they all have their own little like we were talking about earlier, like the special effects. Like I like when they do something different that I haven't seen before. It could be something really small, it could be something really big. Like, I mean, Hex Room, me and Arvin had a moment that like scared the shit out of me.
I remember that.
And I was just like, what? And you were like, yeah, I think there's I don't want to say it, but then like he just scared the shit out of me, and I was like, oh, that I didn't see that.
And that was
happening.
probably one of the best moments. Like it's just
in our
it's just
history
really
of
cool,
escape
yeah.
rooms.
Because I can see like because I have all the doors like in front of me, so I can see what it's going on. It's like, where'd he go?
But yeah, like the hex room, like it's one of those unique puzzles because everybody has a different role and everybody can have a completely different experience.
Yeah.
And that's what gives it like replay value, I guess you
Yeah.
could say. Like a
Yeah,
video
that's
game.
that's why I like Hex Room.
Hex Room
that
is
replay value.
Definitely one of the best escape rooms in the OC area.
Is it your top 3?
It's probably my top
Overall,
3. Yeah,
overall.
overall, yeah. It's just in terms of just everyone being separated. Everybody is contributing something. Everybody feels important.
Yeah. What's that look like?
I was gonna say. I was gonna ask. What was the first escape room we did?
Well, the first one I did was not really an escape room. It's an escape.
Yeah, don't
Boat.
trigger John like that.
and,
You know how much
Escape
he
boat.
Yeah.
and it's
Escape from
the Queen Mary one, but it's like the escape from the pirate ship bay or whatever. So it sounded cool, like description wise.
Mhm.
You read it like, oh, this is cool. We have to find the clues and escape the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we show up, it's just like maybe 20 tables, like inside the Queen Mary. It's like bingo night. You have a host. He's wearing a suit. It's like, I don't feel like I'm in a pirate ship. This is dumb.
Wait, didn't you get flack for your comment too from them?
I did get flack for my comment because I said this. For fans of escape rooms, there are other escape rooms that give you better immersion. The set, the decoration really makes you feel like you're there, and it's less people.
Yeah.
And so they say, but that's different. We're focused on puzzles. It's like, well, they have puzzles too, and they have the immersion. So you add those two together, that's better than puzzle, table, bingo night.
Yeah, that's like board game night with your friends.
Yeah, board game
Like,
night with your friends.
yeah.
Like I could just do that somewhere
At table
else.
1, you're gonna play shoots and ladders.
Yeah.
At table 2, we're gonna play.
You get Connect 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys beat all 4, you escape.
Yeah, but yeah, the company that does that is Scrap Entertainment. They did one with the open area, the Attack on Titan one.
Oh, that I remember hearing about it and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Then I saw like pictures of it and I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah, their thing is more like they just get the licensing for the properties, and just having a bigger venue and just having a whole bunch of people join together and puzzle solving. People love it. Like you go to Yelp, everyone is just praising it, and it's just not my thing because I've experienced
The real escape room.
Yeah, real escape rooms.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just there's no comparison.
So what would
at
you
least.
say was your actual first escape room?
Uh,
Where you were locked in a room with your friends and you had to get
Was
out.
the basement LA?
It was no. Purge was before that. But
Oh,
then
Purge.
I was thinking it's either Purge or the Escape the Zombie. And Escape the Zombie was probably the first one I've done. And
That's the one with the zombie in the room with you.
the
right?
zombie in the room, and there was like 12 of us, and it was very. It's like low production values,
Mhm.
but the thing that made it fun was the zombie. He's kind of a funny zombie. He makes jokes, and the room's pretty big. So it's more focused and catered towards the puzzle element and just not having the zombie touch you, because if the zombie touches you, you're out. So people in the room can be out and they can't do anything. So that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Mike? What's the first one you did?
I think it was a detective. I think that was.
No, you did the Purge before Detective.
Was the Purge before it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember. But yeah, okay, I guess it was the Purge because the Purge was great.
Yeah.
The
Purge Outbreak?
Yeah, Outbreak.
Yeah.
Not the was it the second one? Not the first one. I didn't do
Yeah,
the
the
first
second
one.
one.
Yeah, the second
Yeah,
one.
the first one's not even an escape room. It's just an interactive horror theater experience, kind of like Delusion.
Yeah, but Purge Outbreak was great,
Yeah.
and like it was really cool. I guess they did it like they had like a traveling thing, right? Because it
Yeah.
was like two buses that they
Yeah,
put
two
like, side by side.
two trailers.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 trailers for an 18-wheeler, and once they park it, they put it side by side,
Mm-hmm.
and that's supposed to emulate this guy's house. And what this guy does is you have, in the Purge, like what time does it start where
Midnight.
crime is
Midnight.
midnight?
Yeah.
So it's
Is it
11.
midnight or I thought it
was
was
it
like
6
once
o'clock?
once it gets dark.
It's midnight.
Midnight.
Are you sure it's not once you get dark?
I don't know.
Either way,
Now
there's
we're
a,
gonna
there's
have
a
to rewatch
yeah.
Purge.
I haven't watched Purge, but there's a time where crime is legal. Like anything, you can do
for
anything
12 hours.
for 12 hours. And so we're there. We were kidnapped by the guy 30 minutes before that time starts.
Okay.
So he just wants to make sure that he keeps us and gets to do whatever he wants with us. So we have 30 minutes to escape his house. And it was intense. It was, because other escape rooms is
So
1
do
hour.
do they have like a guy chasing you? as you're going through it?
No, he's
Or no?
somewhere.
Okay.
So we just have to escape his house for 30 minutes. So we're escaping from room to room. We start off in the basement, and we're covered. We're blindfolded, and once that's off, we see that we're trapped inside a mini cage, and we're stuck. And there's a girl. She's coming out. She's screaming, "Help me! Help me!" I said, "Whoa, what's going on here? This is intense." And this cage is very tiny because we couldn't really move. We're just side by side. So one person can see one way, another person can see the opposite direction. So because of that requires teamwork. So I'm like, oh, I see a key down there. We need something to get that key. And the other person would be like, oh, I see like a rod or a string. So, all right. So we have to carry it one by one. We can't even walk around. That's how tight it is. So and it's a magnet too. And so we tie it with the magnet and we try to get the key out. We bring it to the cage and we unlock ourselves and we escape the basement. Not yet. The basement, we still have to figure out the codes for the basement to get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool because you always have the countdown. So it's like there is certain something minutes until the purge begins, and you're like, oh, we need to get out. We need to get out. And then you also have the actress who's there, who's also she cries to help, but she's really distraught, and she's also freaked out of her mind.
Yeah.
So she can only give us so much. So she's basically there as the hint person.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she can only give you so much.
Yeah, and that's really cool because that brings you the immersion. Instead of other escape rooms where the hint is through a phone.
Or a walkie-talkie.
Or a walkie-talkie. You call inside. So it kind of breaks the illusion.
Yeah.
Here, she's part of the escape room, and her hints are very cryptic. So
Okay.
we try, do you know anything? Can you help us out with this? And then she would say something. It's like, oh, is that a clue? Is that a hint? And then she's just in character the whole time.
Yeah.
And so I would say The Purge is my favorite escape room, now that we're talking more about it. Just because the production value is really great.
Yeah.
And The Purge, you're escaping a house. You escape from a prison, and then you escape the basement, and then you escape the kitchen. You go through the kitchen, the bedroom,
Yeah, and remember this is in a trailer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're going through it, it looks like a legit kitchen. It looks like a legit bedroom.
Yeah.
And then you go through one of the walls, and it looks like how it would look like inside the framing of a house.
Yeah.
You see pipes, you see beams,
So the production value.
Yeah, really good stuff. And then it was such a good room.
Yeah, it was so creepy too.
Yeah.
It's so creepy that you are once we're at the end of the escape room, let's say we're missing a puzzle, we don't even want to go back to where we started.
Yeah,
that's how far we went.
I think it helped because of the actress. So you're thinking I don't want to go back because what if there's another actor that's supposed to be the guy and he kills you or whatever, even though it's not real, but it's still creepy to go back to some part of the house by yourself
because it's it's empty and it's very creepy. So you go back, is he waiting for us? That's how big this the set is.
Yeah.
And I'm
Too bad I missed out on.
Yeah,
the
too
first
bad.
one.
Yeah.
It's seasonal.
Yeah.
It was only for that 1 year.
Because
and
they only
never
do
done
it when they
again.
do the
Yeah.
Purge movies, but
And the recent one, the
Yeah.
election year,
they never did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
But yeah, I think the first escape room I did was the detective one.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it was. That's off to a bad start for me on escape room.
Really? So when you first tried that, you weren't impressed?
No, but it's just because there's so many people.
That and then the lady was a bitch. That too. She's like, "Why are you guys going through the books?" It's like, "Why the fuck did you put all these books here?"
Who actually puts real books in the escape room?
I don't think she was being a bitch. She was trying to be helpful,
Yeah.
and she has that sarcasm about it.
Yeah, I kind of feel she wasn't that helpful either.
Yeah.
Her clues kind of were a little bit too cryptic.
Yeah, but okay, see her as an actress in there, that didn't really make sense because she's also helping out.
Yeah, she
and
was
it
supposed to
seems-
be the assistant.
Yeah,
worst
she should
assistant
know
ever.
more. Like we just came in to solve this crime, and so
Yeah, and the
help us
problem
out.
with that, like I said, is you never knew who already worked on something.
Yeah.
So it's like someone did a clue, they put it down, you come to it, and you're like, yeah, I'm solving this, and then everybody's like, that's been solved like 15 minutes ago. And you're like, well, shit, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
Pass
12
out water?
12 people. See, the only time that worked for me was the basement LA one. That one had a lot of people. I think around 12, but it was fun because it was very similar to The Purge, and I think that's the closest experience that people can have to The Purge, without it being The Purge, which is basement LA.
Yeah.
Who do we have to talk to get the Purge back? Is that Blumhouse?
Blumhouse,
Because remember Blumhouse, they did Blumhouse, their haunted house.
Blumhouse of Horrors,
And then they did the Purge one, the
Yeah.
one you guys did.
And then
Yeah.
they did the
Outbreak.
and then the Outbreak one.
They
yeah.
did that.
And then they did
The
after that.
Conjuring?
They did the VR one.
Yeah.
And one of our other one of our buddies, JR, he went to actually do that. But then that VR thing, you can also do it. Download it on the app, which you guys
Which
tried.
we did, yeah.
Yeah. So you just don't have that element at the beginning because you go into like a mini maze, very mini maze, and then you go in that VR. They put the VR on, and then you experience that, and that's it.
Yeah, and what's lame about that is like if you know you're gonna get scared, you just close your eyes until the thing's done, and you're like, yeah, I was scared. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So it's like you with escape rooms and stuff, you really can't hide from it because
Yeah, because you have to move from one spot to another.
yeah. And you don't want to be that guy who's like straggling.
Maybe that's why they're not doing it anymore. They're like, we don't have to actually like build a physical location. We just need to do VR.
Yeah.
VR now. We're not building actual sets anymore. Yeah, I love that. I hope they would continue to do it. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's hard to do it traveling because you got to like pick the thing up, put it back together, and then just move it on.
I don't think that sounds hard. Like once they have the set in place, just move, and just as long as people are going, they're signing up for like the schedule. That's it, and just hire one actor, just to be the person helping.
Yeah.
Apparently it is because it didn't come back, John.
You think that's the reason why? It's because
sure
it was just too much work.
Well, I mean, if it was easy, they would have just done it.
Maybe they could do another one for another movie coming out.
Which one?
Whatever they have next. I don't
Yeah.
even know what's on.
Like the.
I mean, I know The Purge just
the-
came out recently, but they
the drum movie, the one with Mr. Fantastic and J. Jonah Jameson. What was it called?
Oh, Whiplash.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
They're gonna do a Whiplash escape room. You must
Spe-
play
yeah.
the drums.
Speaking of short-term escape rooms, they did one during San Diego Comic-Con.
Mhm.
I did that last year for the what is it? Call of Duty, the zombie one.
Oh yeah.
So to promote the zombie mode, they had a mini escape room.
Was it like
And
10 minutes? 10, 15
It was
minutes?
like around 15 minutes, and
Mm-hmm.
just people going. It's free. People just wait in line. They go inside, and the production value is actually pretty cool because you're like in this. It's the 40s, like during World War II, and you're at a bar, so a 1940s bar.
Mhm.
Yeah, the lighting is cool. It's very dim. You have like a little mini stage for the performer, but they're not there. You have an empty bar, and then it's pretty much barred up because they're trying to keep out the zombies. So you can hear the zombies in the background.
Yeah.
And I think there were actual like actor zombies like outside just trying to like claw. So that was very cool.
Okay, so they kind of give you that sense of
Yeah.
fear.
Yeah.
Would you consider the Walking Dead escape?
No.
Is that a
It's
consider?
you were trying to escape, yeah.
It's
But
not.
it's
a
not
room.
it's not the typical escape room, but it's more like the Walking Dead marathon surviving.
because that was exhausting.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember.
So, yeah.
what was that? That was a couple of years ago
Yeah.
for Comic Con.
Yeah.
I think they still do it though, right?
I'm
think
not sure if
they
they did
did
it this
this
year,
year,
but I think they did it last year, yeah.
Yeah, me and John did it. Like I think the first year they did it, and we were exhausted
Yeah,
it's
because you have to walk like 3 levels of the Petco
yeah,
part,
it's
right?
all up and down the freaking stadium, and then you're like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired.
And that's why you're gonna die. But doesn't that like really give you the immersion factor of being outside in the city?
no,
No, why not?
no, because I felt like I was in Petco Park because there was parts where there was just nothing, and then there's zombies.
Also because there's probably like 200 other people with you.
yeah, and then you could see the empty stadium.
And if you look to your right, there's Comic-Con.
That's not immersion, John.
Yeah.
Maybe to bring an immersion on the street level, have like your team up with your neighbors and do like a close off the street.
Yeah. Now, doing the amount of escape rooms we've done, would you guys say we're experts? I'm putting that in quotations, experts.
I wouldn't say we're experts, but we kind of know certain things, like certain patterns.
Mhm.
Like
Like if someone were to ask you some tips on escape rooms, like what are the tips you would give them?
just try to look at your clues and make sure that it's always numbers. Always, every single escape room that I've done is always involving numbers and letters. And every escape room always has a lock. Everyone likes to lock things up.
Master Lock is making
Yeah,
a
Master
killing
Lock, yeah.
with escape rooms
Yeah.
right now.
This escape room is brought to you by Master Lock.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's just because locks are easy to make.
Yeah.
And so all you need to do is either get a key to open the lock or figure out the combination. So always look for numbers and letters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would just say work together. Work together, and if you see like people are working on something, if you could maybe like just watch and not like immediately suggest things. Just watch, observe, and then if there's something you have to chime in at the right time. Because sometimes I think people like they talk over each other because you get all like hyped up.
Yeah,
and
you
then-
got to designate a leader.
Yeah.
In
And
escape rooms.
yeah, and don't try to like butt in and then just try to force things like, oh, give me that. You just it's teamwork, and like and even if you're trying to figure out a puzzle like what we're doing, like if we can't figure it out, you just have someone
Yeah,
else try
give
to
it up.
figure it out. Yeah,
Let your ego go.
yeah.
Give it up. Give it to the nice guy. So it
Yeah.
can be like, you're welcome. But I would say for escape rooms is you got to really pay attention to the details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like some of the smallest clues are like the ones that really get you further in the room.
But then you can say not to pay too much attention to the details because sometimes the details is just there just for decoration.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, how many times have we done something and like we were way overthinking the puzzle, and they were like, "No,"
Like the Putin room.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
Putin room. See, the Putin room is it doesn't have a good balance of like what's hard and what's easy, because it's like some of the stuff it was like way too hard to like illustrate on the way that they did the puzzles. It's like, what? Like
Yeah.
I don't understand how we're supposed to do
But
this.
the only reason I say pay attention to details is because we did an escape room one time, and there are so many things hidden behind all the paintings, and you didn't know that you could take them down.
Well, I mean, most rooms don't have. They have rules. You can't
Yeah.
break. Don't pull
Yeah.
anything. Don't
Yeah.
take apart anything. It's everything that's there. Just leave it there. So you don't know. That's usually like the standard rule for most escape rooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it'll be a cool escape room where you can destroy anything. You can flip everything.
They just have like a shitload of furniture in the
Yeah.
back. They're like, all right, let's
The
refurnish
theme
it.
is IKEA because they have such an abundance of stuff.
And
They're like, all right,
Yeah.
all right, Julio, get working on that on that bookshelf. We need another one.
We broke the vase. Yeah, just get another one. But yeah, but I would say is don't go with people who are your best of friends, because escape rooms could ruin some
Well,
friendships.
I was gonna say, well, fuck you, Arvin.
Just kidding, like, but sometimes like there's points where we're getting so close.
yeah.
Like we started yelling at each other and just blaming everybody that they didn't solve these puzzles.
This is your fault.
I don't know who's.
That happened.
Did you yell at someone?
No, Mark yelled at me, I think, one time.
Okay, but that's Mark. See, okay, here's the thing. With escape rooms, you go with your friends. You can go with friends, but the cool thing about escape rooms, you can learn a lot about people.
Yeah.
And whether they have the patience for it or not. So some people, if they're yelling or not, they don't have the patience for it, or they're.
You got to
You
be
just-
really
yeah.
level-headed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
when you
let's-
walk
let's-
into an escape room.
Let's say L. It's this person with an L name. That not the. I think we no longer do escape rooms with that person because it just wasn't a good fit. Like she was trying to take over and boss too much of our what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
So it's like it it doesn't feel fun.
Yeah.
Like whenever we do it with our normal, like 4 or 5 people, it's usually like we're all working together and everybody's got their own thing. And it's like we were saying, like in the beginning, both me and John were like, what are we doing? But it's like, all right, well, I'm just going to stand here and watch what everybody else is doing before I could like actually contribute. But like if we had like, I think like egos, we would be like, oh, let me see that. Let me see.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Let me see that, Narvin. And I was like, okay, well, Narvin's got it. I'm not going to butt in, you know? So it's like, I would just add to the confusion. It all has to do with teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork. You gotta let your ego slide. For example, what was that one room we did where Kate was suggesting something, and so we listened to her,
Yeah.
and it helped. It helped out the case.
It was the zombie room.
It was the zombie room.
Yeah, because we weren't thinking straight.
Yeah.
And she thought
No,
logically.
it was something before. no. It was something before the zombie room because the person hosting the room was like, oh, usually, because the escape rooms, the typical guy would be like very macho, and let's say he's got his girlfriend. He's like, I got this. I'll take care of this.
Which room
Yeah.
was that?
Was it Hex or no? It was
because we were all
Hex.
separated on that one. So
Was it Illuminati?
No.
No.
was
I
it
don't know.
Curiosity?
No, it's way before Curiosity, but we listened to Kate, and so that helped us out. And it's all about the lesson is to just you can't be like a macho guy if you're bringing a date, or you just got to be in the same.
You got to be a
playing
team
field.
player.
Yeah, well, I
Pretty
mean,
much.
because like when we went into the second room for Scarlet, we figured out that thing on the wall, or we thought we figured it out, and then like I was just helping, and we were all kind of doing it together. And then like once we got to the end, I was like, okay, well, I'm done here. You guys got this, and I like moved on to something else. And then like I could tell you guys were still working on it, and then I realized I was like, oh, the things are the same. They're all the same, so these have to be the same. And then I was like, that was my tidbit. And then I was like, all right, I'm going back to something else.
Mike's like, I'm done here. I did all I could do.
Because I just noticed the pattern. I was like, that's that. Okay, all right,
And then
all right.
as he
Bye-bye.
was walking away, he turned around and was like, yeah, you're welcome.
Well, like the Illuminati room was something similar because it's like I was just watching you guys and watching you guys like try to figure it out, and then like in my head I was just like, it could be this and this and this. Oh fuck it, let's just do it. And then I did it, and then it's like, hey, it worked.
Don't lie, Mike. You know why you got impatient because you were hungry. Because we went to eat right afterwards. And I know you wanted to get.
I want
out
to
of
finish this. Escape
Yeah.
the hunger.
He's like, I found this place on Yelp. I want to go to it.
Were you looking at the place during the escape room?
Hey guys, I didn't finish this puzzle, but I found this really cool place on Yelp.
Yeah, I found this burger place. We should go there after we escape. But so we've done our fair share of escape rooms. So the real question is, what if you guys were to open your own escape room tomorrow? What would make an escape room? Like, how would you make people always come back to your escape room and try out your new puzzles?
Well, for me, I wouldn't want to make it in a way where they want to come back. I want to give them the ultimate experience firsthand, and they're going to invite their friends.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these escape rooms, it's one main room and one mini room. So what I want to do is I want to have multi-rooms, kind of like the Purge one we did. But I want to have like at a mansion. That's the ultimate escape room. Or being stuck inside an insane asylum.
Yeah,
You
because
start off
you
in
and
a straight
I,
jacket.
me and John have talked about this like numerous times because we want to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that could work for like say you have the problem with the 12 people. Well, it's not a problem if they're all split up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, because if you have like people that start out in individual rooms and then come together, or like maybe only like 2 come together at a time or 3 come together at a time, it makes it more manageable rather than having 12 people on one room trying to figure out like who's going to delegate
Yeah.
to what. You know.
You know who's done the ultimate escape room? It's the contestants for Fight of the Living Dead. That is pretty much like the ultimate escape room.
Yeah. Have you seen it, Mike?
No, I haven't seen it.
All right. Yeah, we don't want to segue off too much, but
Yeah.
me and John got hooked. We watched the first season and we're like, this is kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then we watched the second season because we interviewed the guys from it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got hooked.
Yeah. We got hooked.
Yeah.
But just thinking about that, I want the escape room that we do be something similar to that. Just be longer than an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe a whole day.
Yeah, because I mean, the thing, the I guess you could say the problem, or I don't know, it doesn't seem like everybody I talk to knows about escape rooms. You know, it's still not like a well-known thing.
Yeah.
It's still like a small community.
Mhm.
Like it's really like when was name a time you've seen a escape room billboard? You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
still pretty small.
It's
I
well,
mean,
the thing is because these escape rooms, like, it's an hour, and then average price is like what, 30, 40, or $50.
exactly.
So not a lot of people just want to spend that much for an hour. Like you spend 2 hours for a movie for like what, $12
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
$15.
But
So,
boy, are they wrong.
but yeah, because movies you're just watching it for 2 hours, but this 1 hour, it's
And sometimes it doesn't even feel like an hour.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the last one we did at Escape Hotel, I really thought we passed our hour.
Which
like,
one? The witch
the
one?
witch one.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that. Yep. Oh, and we learned a valuable lesson in that room,
Yeah,
and that's to make sure your locks fucking line up
yeah.
because that crushed us.
You're like, yeah, I did the thing, but it didn't work. So just make sure it lines up.
4 people.
Yeah.
4 people. The code was right, and 4 people couldn't even line it up properly.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was the one lock to get us out.
You know what? It wasn't sponsored by Master Lock. You guys wouldn't have
It
that
was an
problem.
off-brand. It was a Chinese brand lock, so it wouldn't line up
It
properly.
was like Rite Aid brand.
This is Master Walk.
so
why.
racist. So racist.
When you choose locks for your escape room, make sure they're
Make sure-
Master Lock.
This podcast is not endorsed by Master Lock. But if it were for your next escape room, make sure you choose Master Lock. But, because, yeah, like I said, me and John have talked about it. I think the number one thing to make a good escape room is not necessarily the puzzles. It's just the immersion factor.
Yeah.
Like, really getting... Because we're not going to give them out, but me and John have given, like, some really good ideas on how to make things, like, feel like you're really a part of that escape room and really part of that scenario you're trying to point. I mean, the puzzles are cool. I don't know how they come up with these puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
yeah.
okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say like a good example of the puzzles that we want to do would be like the new gen video games
Yeah.
compared to the old gen video games. Old gen would be like Resident Evil. You go inside the police department. These puzzles are at these police department. These cops wouldn't be doing these. Push statue forward, move it left. Like who does that? So the new video games that they're making the puzzles more organic, and that's what we.
It's
wanna do.
like something you'd really find.
Yeah,
You're
'cause
like a treasure hunter.
It seems like every escape room has just like out of the ordinary puzzles.
Yeah.
Like the hex puzzle is like there's a ladle and it's got like a word on it, or like who would do this? Why would they put
Who
words?
sets up their kitchen like this?
Why would they
Ridiculous.
put? You know, it just doesn't make sense. But I mean, it's just part of the game. But yeah, if you make it more organic and make it feel like it's actually part of it, that helps. You know, and that helps with the immersion. You know, some people just don't want to do puzzles in a bingo hall
On a Saturday night.
on a ship.
Yeah. And it's not just like even our groups that did it with us, like, what is this? It's like
Yeah.
they're expecting more.
It's the Queen Mary.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, they don't have areas that they could use. There's all that like history there.
I mean, the ship's haunted.
Yeah.
Throw us at least at the bottom where it's haunted.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like we're gonna be locked inside each of the room for the guests.
Yeah.
And try to escape there, but it's just like their dining hall, a bunch of tables, bright lights.
There's a prom going on
Yeah.
next door.
And then
You're like, what is this shit?
Yeah, and each group gets like a paper, like bingo night. You know, everyone gets a paper.
The pencil's not even sharp.
Yeah,
I mean, this is so challenging. This is so immersive.
I ripped my piece of paper.
but for the Scarlet one, it was pretty cool. Like the puzzles, like the second part, it's like it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah.
I'm always curious though how they come up with some of these puzzles.
Yeah. I always like the tech stuff because it seems like I always find something new that's nobody else has done, and I think that's really cool. Like,
Yeah.
say for instance, Putin did a lot of stuff that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, Putin was just riddled with like tech
Yes,
stuff.
somebody there went to engineering school and obviously didn't make it as an engineer. And he's like, well, I know how to do all this stuff.
Oh, you wanted to open a door across the room? My engineering background can show you that.
I can open this door. We can open that one. We can pop this open. I got nothing but time, man. Give
What
me
would
a
you
job.
like to do? But
Yeah, that one had like so many doors and things popping up. But yeah, I like that stuff, and I like when people do different new things, and it seems like there's always something new coming
Yeah, a
out.
lot of these escape rooms, they have something unique to offer, like the one in Riverside.
Curiosity.
Curiosity. Oh my God, that's one of my favorites. Hex room.
That
yeah.
really creeped us out.
That's probably my
I
scariest.
don't know why that creeped us out so much.
It's very dark,
Yeah, I mean,
Was Narvin
and
there?
they know how to play with lights.
Narvin disappeared a couple times.
Narvin! Smile, we can't see you.
Wow.
Racist. But like when the lights would go out randomly,
Yeah,
that freaked us out.
that is the best use of just lighting in an escape room. Wow. That one.
Or
we
like-
didn't even talk much about the escape hotel stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But like,
Will we?
yeah, we'll get to it. But
How long is
In this episode or the next one?
this episode, you know what? Let's get to it right now.
I was like, how long is this podcast?
But I was gonna say, as far as curiosity, remember the thing in the corner that freaked us all out?
Yeah.
And we wouldn't want. We
No,
didn't want to
yeah,
approach
we're like a bunch of guys, and we just don't want to go forward. Or maybe we're not a bunch of guys. We're
Yeah.
just a bunch of pansies.
it. We lined up like in a train and like pushed the person in
It's
front
like-
of us to get closer.
No, we lined up like SWAT style.
Who was our victim? It was Jose, right? Yeah, Jose was the
Was it
one.
Jose?
And you know what? The best part is, it didn't have anything to do with what we were doing at that time.
It's just creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually you'd had to use it, but when we were using it, it didn't need to be.
So you definitely have to check out Curiosity.
Okay, I will.
So yeah, we're almost done, right? So
We'll keep going.
let's I want to talk about like just the things we like, what we recommend.
Yeah. Okay. Top 3 escape rooms, and why?
Does it count like the Purge count?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
Purge.
mean, well, let's say, so our listeners out there could go to them.
okay, so
Yeah.
top 3 escape rooms that you can check out now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Number. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna say though, you, me and John's list will probably be the same.
Mine'd probably be different because I haven't seen 2 of the ones you guys have been really hyped about. So I'll go first. I'm gonna say Hex Room was still my number 1, just for how different it is. I could go right now and have a completely different experience from what I did before.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
It's in
Tustin?
Irvine?
No, it's in
Or-
Anaheim.
Anaheim?
Yeah, so if you're in the Anaheim area, check it out. And if you're not, go all the way, travel there, because Hex Room is definitely one of the best escape
Yeah.
rooms.
Go on a Saturday or Sunday so you don't have to sit in LA traffic.
Yeah.
and check it out.
And then my second would be, I would just say overall anything at PuzzleWorks. PuzzleWorks is like, it's also like we were talking on the way over here, and I think I liked Illuminati more, but I think what I liked about the Scarlet room is it's a good introductory puzzle. Like it's not too hard, but it's not too easy.
It's a good thing for beginners.
yeah, if you're a beginner, I would strongly recommend
You would
it.
strike them.
Strike them down. Yeah, it's a good first puzzle because I mean, it's pretty basic and like the puzzles. The puzzles are still hard, but like if you look around, you're like, okay, I can put this stuff together and understand like these all connect together. But yeah, I would say PuzzleWorks. That's in Irvine, and then my number 3 would have to be probably Putin. I
Okay.
liked Putin.
In
It was
Hollywood?
it was fun.
Yeah, Boone was fun.
And then we had a guy on the radio who had a Russian accent.
He was totally in character.
He was
yeah.
in character the
Yeah,
whole
that
time.
guy
He was like,
was-
"Hello,
that guy was
comrade," and he was funny. He was a funny guy. And you got to remember, all these rooms usually are mic'd up, and so there were times because he gave us a walkie-talkie to ask for hints, and he would respond without me even asking the question. through
Apparently, we
the
don't know how
walkie-talkie.
walkie-talkies work.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, "So what do we do?" And he'd be like, "Hey, comrade, you need to do this and that." And I was like, "I didn't even push the button." But yeah, I like the tech, like the radio and all
That's-
that.
the radio is
stuff.
cool, yeah.
That stuff is cool, man.
Like the bear one
Yeah, the bear.
that we all fucked up on, except Kate knew what to do.
It was pretty. It wasn't that well explained. It's come on, you gotta give us a pass on that because I was like,
Mike laughed at me when I said that you need to do the thing. He was like, "No, that's not even the thing." And I was right.
you're just silly.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's my 3 right now, as of right now.
John?
I want to hear yours first.
Okay. Number 1, of course, would be Escape Hotel.
Yeah. But
Puzzles
which
are not
one?
that intricate
Yeah.
in some of the rooms. But that place is decorated to the T. Like, from the second you walk in to the actual room you go into, like, that place is decked out and really gives you the feeling that you're in a haunted hotel with the long history. I mean, when we previewed it, I think we got a little special treatment to it.
Yeah, we did. So,
And that was funny.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, that was funny because you got freaked out by that one guy.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out a puzzle, and then
And then
something showed up, and
Yeah.
yeah.
that caught us all off guard, except for me because I saw him coming down. I
Yeah.
just didn't know he was. I thought he was just gonna go
Yeah.
check on a room, but that was kind of cool. My favorite puzzle there, though, though we didn't escape, would have to be witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
One, because it mentally destroyed us. 2, you had to use candlelight in
Yeah.
that room.
That was pretty cool.
I mean, they're not real candles; they're the LED candles.
Yeah.
And I kept, for some reason, out of the 100 candles in there, I was using one that was running out of battery. So my shit was all dim. I was like, I can't really see anything. And I was like, wait, I'll just swap it out with the one that's brighter.
I thought you were gonna say that you kept putting your hand over the flame so it wouldn't go out.
I started holding it like a flashlight. But that room, yeah, I would say that destroyed us big time. But because of that, I kind of learned a lot of tips and tricks that we should do for further
Yeah.
escape rooms.
Lining up the locks.
Yeah. And not jumping too soon when you think you solved something.
Yeah.
Because what ended up happening was we had 2 other people in the room, and we called out a number for a lock that was completely off. But when we read the first sort of clue to figure it out, we're like, oh yeah, we know that number. And then, yeah, that wrecked us big time. So number 1, Escape Hotel. Number 2 is Hex Room, just because you start off separated, and you could go back and play it over and over.
Yeah. So it's a different experience every time.
And then number 3, it's sort of a toss-up between Maze Rooms and Curiosity.
Maze rooms.
So
Yeah.
I haven't done maze rooms.
Yeah, that was the one we
Yeah.
did with Bad for Business.
Yeah.
But that one was kind of cool production value. The castle one we did there was also in a dark room, so it was hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to choose one, I'd probably go Curiosity because it creeps you out. It really creeps you out.
Yours is almost the same as mine in terms of the first one is just the company itself, like Escape Hotels, because they do a lot. We've tried 3 escape rooms there. We've tried the witchcraft, we've tried the zombie, and we've tried the agent.
Agent.
And
we're 1 in 3.
yeah, but I wouldn't. They're all pretty similar in terms of production value and just like the layout. I don't know if my favorite would be Witchcraft though. I love it. It's dark. I do love the experience for Agent, just like the escaping part, the very first part. That
the one I
involves-
really messed up.
Yeah, the
on?
one that you messed up on.
Yeah,
It was
that was straight out of a comedy TV show.
yeah, and that's a very funny experience, and I enjoyed that. And
Yeah.
Those are the moments that you want to cherish for these escape rooms.
Yeah.
But then the production value for the zombie one is really cool.
Yeah,
Like, the lighting is
inside
great.
that room
Yeah.
too. It's I didn't really want to touch anything.
Yeah,
Because it just felt so dirty.
yeah, you felt like
being
going to be
in that
infected.
room. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and the cool thing about that is because the first time we were there and we walked into that room and we saw the production value, you're like, oh, this is cool. And because you knew they spent so much money on the place, you didn't know what could be happening.
Yeah.
So remember that when we're like, yeah, I guarantee something's going to pop out of there.
yeah. So we were afraid
Yeah.
something's going to pop out, but it never did.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
We're
yeah,
pussies.
so Agent might be my favorite of the Escape Hotel one, but Escape Hotel in general, just production value top notch. So number 1, number 2, Hex Room. Production value is great for that one too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I love the element of just all of us being separated. Each one of us has something to do, so we're not like just sitting on a chair and just twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah. Also, to mention about a Hex Room is that sometimes what you find in your room doesn't necessarily go to your room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
And that's what makes it.
That's
also
what.
cool.
John, you were the detective
Yeah.
or the sheriff? Was it
Detective sheriff guy.
He was the detective.
Yeah.
And like John basically had a room where he could connect to all the other rooms, and he had to like basically take
You're our
items.
leader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much the mediator, the one that's
Yeah.
handling everything.
Yeah.
Because not everyone can hear each other. Like one room, you can only see through a tiny hole.
Was that me?
Yeah, yours is like at the bottom, right?
Mine had the doggy door.
Yeah, so yours had the doggy
yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Yours was
Mine
the
was
tiny
the-
little
yeah.
thing. Yeah, so you can't even see crap. So
I remember I tried to slip a shoe through that, and then I realized this is too small. I
so
can't
so it's
really
pretty
do
cool because the only way you can see outside is through me like giving you information.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. And so each room has a different way of communicating through me.
Mhm.
And so for people to complete it or do it and then come back to have another role, it would be a completely different experience.
Yeah,
And-
but the best part of that is we didn't really use you as a communicator. We just started yelling across
yeah,
the room.
yeah. It's like, hey,
And I was like, "Hey, I got this
Yeah.
spoon.
I got a code. Who's got a lock in their room?
Hey, who's got these plates?" I like put my arm through it. Like, does anybody have? This goes to anything.
yeah. But there's so much to that room. It's great.
Yeah.
And just when we thought we're like that was it, there's like more to that.
Yeah.
So definitely number 2. Number 3, I would say Curiosity, just because it's the creepiest escape room I've done. It's so dark, the lighting. I love the lighting, and you're pretty much inside an antique shop.
Yeah.
And antiquities, they just look creepy in general.
And when that thing started chiming randomly,
yeah.
well, not randomly, there was a reason, but when
Yeah.
it first did it, it scared all
Yeah,
of us.
that was creepy. So yeah, that one, Curiosity, is in Riverside. But if you love escape rooms, definitely check it out. I think it's worth it.
The 45-minute drive from
45-minute drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to go that day, but
No,
You
I'm just saying driving to Riverside.
Okay, moving on.
Never mind. You don't know.
for a friend.
Yeah.
For a friend.
So Escape Hotel, smack dab in the middle of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hex Room, which we did talk to them, and they said they were making it scarier.
They're making it scary.
Yeah. So if you thought when we went there it was scary, though it really wasn't.
It does have some of that creepy factor to it.
When you first start off.
Yeah.
Oh, and the eerie music that they play
Yeah.
while you're getting sleepy, Mike.
Yeah. This is a long ass podcast.
Well, we're almost done, so you can get your.
I mean, normally I don't contribute this much, but Bob's not here, so
And where's Bob?
he's asleep.
Yeah, you're welcome. But anyway, so that's our top 3. Go check them out. Also, go check out the one we did today, which is called
The Scarlet Starlet.
and Irvine. Great people. They're from Blizzard, right?
Yeah, they're
Former Blizzard or
former
current
Blizzard. Maybe
Blizzard?
some of them are still working
Probably
at Blizzard.
currently. They just like
Yeah.
get off and then go over to the escape room.
Yeah, so people at Blizzard, and then they're working on this. So very,
That's a cool side
very
gig.
cool.
Yeah. And, if you guys have suggestions, maybe some escape rooms we haven't tried before, like throw them out there, put them in the comments and we'll
Hit
we'll
us
check
up
them
on
out.
Twitter.
Yeah. In the
and if-
LA area, of course, not in Louisiana, which someone suggested to us.
Anywhere in the world, wherever
But-
you're at.
as long as you pay for us to go there.
Yeah.
But if you are sort of on the fence about an escape room, we have reviews up
Yep.
for almost every one we've done.
Mhm.
So I guess we could wrap it up there. So John and Mike have joined me today.
Yeah.
They have a YouTube show called the John. Is it really called the John and
We,
Mike?
we,
Show?
we don't even have the name anymore.
I
It's
think,
just,
I
it's
think
just
that's.
us.
I think that's
in
what
there.
we've.
It started out as a John and Mike show, then it just became John and Mike react to things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still reacting to Stranger Things?
Yeah, we are. We're gonna release the
6th episode or 5th episode?
the 6th episode is already out, so
Okay.
we just gotta release 7 and 8,
Mm-hmm.
and people are waiting. Like the Stranger Things community.
I'm still waiting for your Mr. Robot reactions. Just kidding, because I know you guys don't do it.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
It's a great show.
I'm gonna lock you in a room.
I'll escape. I've successfully escaped like 30% of them.
Can you escape?
Yeah. Because there's no lock on the door. Just walk out. But John, what do you got next as far as conventions?
The next one we have is the Long Beach Comic Con.
Yeah.
And are you gonna be joining me?
You gotta ask this one over here.
So it'll be me and
He was talking to me.
Jose, and so hopefully we'll pull off a cosplay music video because I
Are
know
we going to Anime California?
we have to go to Anime California.
that's
When
next
is that?
week.
Is it next week?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah, get on that.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's next week. In Long Beach, actually, also.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah.
Are you free?
Kate, am I free? She says no, but I probably am because she'll be coming.
Okay.
He's just gonna climb out the window in the
Take-
bathroom.
Take an 8-hour nap. I'll be back.
Hey,
Leave
did
the
you want
shower on.
anything from Fat Sal's? I'll be right back.
9 hours later. No sandwich. Yeah, I forgot. But so Anime California will be there, hopefully.
Hopefully we'll be there.
Making one of our music videos.
Yeah.
Mike, do you got any tips for us on that? You son of a bitch.
for what? Tips on what?
Cosplay music videos.
Cosplay videos. Don't use rap songs.
We should.
Oh, I tried doing that for Comic Con, San Diego
I
Comic Con. It
really
was a
want
bad
to do.
idea.
I really want to do a rap song, but I know how difficult it is.
It's too hard. Nobody knows. It's the. Just think about all the times you've seen people try to do rap in karaoke.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard. It's like they
And
don't
we
like-
pulled off rap segments in songs,
Yeah.
but not a
Segments.
whole
Yeah,
rap
not a
song.
whole
Yeah,
song.
like
Yeah.
I remember, like one of the first times I went karaoke, like I tried to do an Eminem song because I love Eminem, and I was like, "This was a bad idea."
Because you're Hispanic.
We should do one with Busta Rhymes.
Okay, so here's the lyrics.
That would be a terrible idea, but if we pulled it off, it would be cool. So Anime California, and then Long Beach Comic.
You guys should do Bone Thugs in Harmony and have somebody do Busy Bone. Bum, bum, bum,
Pretty much we'll dress
what
up
you
Mike,
gonna
and
do?
you can do it for us. All right, Mike. Thank you for that impromptu karaoke session. But anyway, so yeah, if you're a cosplayer, you could look for John at Anime California. Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes,
Hopefully.
But for sure, Long Beach Comic Expo, Comic Con.
Long Beach Comic Con.
Which one is this? The Comic Con one?
Yeah, Comic Con is in the fall and Expo is in the spring.
February.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look for John. He will be telling you to sing and dance for him with more enthusiasm.
More enthusiasm, more feeling
More feeling.
Once
That was
more,
good.
once more with feeling.
with feeling.
So, all right. I guess that's a wrap. You can follow John on Twitter at...
Nerd Reactor. At Nerd Reactor. That's the only thing I use.
Okay.
I don't even use my own.
Yeah. You can follow... You can follow Mike then.
At Mike Reactor.
And you can follow me at that dude Arvin. And Mike,
Yeah.
if you ain't about that life, be about that life.
Okay.
That nerd life.
All right.
Robert hates that. All right, guys. See you next time.
All right. See ya.
Later.